Hey, it's Jillian, and we are going to collect like terms. Now, you've been collecting like terms your whole life. What do I mean? Well, here's what I mean. When you were a kid, a little kid, you'd go to the grocery store with one of your parents, and they give you 2 apples. Maybe you help them put the apples in a bag. You put 2 apples in, and then you put one more apple in, and then you had 3 apples. This is the exact same thing. If you have 3 triangles and you have 5 triangles, you have, of course, 8 triangles. I know, not news to you. However, if you have different shapes or fruits or whatever, if you have 3 cantaloupe and 5 apples, what you have is 3 cantaloupe and 5 apples. There's nothing more to simplify. Now, in algebra, we don't use shapes. We use X and Y and different letters. So here, when we have 3x plus 5 plus 2x minus 1, what we're going to do is we're going to collect the terms that are similar. We call it collect like terms. So here I rewrote this so that x's were together, and then I put it so that the constants were together. So this part is called collecting like terms, and the next part is called simplifying, where you do actually collect those terms and simplify. So if you have 3 x's and then you have 2 more x's, of course you have 5 x's. And if you have 5 and then you minus 1, you have positive 4. That's it. So let's take a look at another one. Here we have 5x plus 2y minus 6 plus x minus 3y. A whole jumble of a whole bunch of things. So first we're going to collect our like terms, then we're going to simplify. So I'm going to do my x's, then I'm going to do my y's, and then I'm going to do my constants. And you'll notice whatever sign is in front of or to the left of the number, that sign stays with that number. Okay? So now I'm going to collect 5x and 1x is 6x, 2y minus 3y is negative 1y, and negative 6 is nothing to collect, it's just negative 6. Okay, so now let's try this one. Same rules or procedure. We're going to collect the like terms, we're going to simplify, and then we're going to check. Whenever we have fractions, we always check if we can reduce our fractions. You've heard me say this, hey, use guys for an essay. It's the same sort of thing. If you leave a fraction not reduced, it's just bad form. And depending on where you go to school, in which province, state, county, and so on, you will find that you have marks for communication, you have marks for thinking, inquiry, problem solving, knowledge, understanding, and you'll be docked marks. So learn to communicate in math by, heck, just listening to me and following what I show you to do. So let's first collect our terms. So we've got our x's here and here. So we've got 3 over 2x minus 5 over 2x, and then we have plus 3 minus 11. So now we're going to subtract these two fractions, and luckily they have a common denominator, so we don't have to find one. Because we all know that when you add or subtract fractions, you must have a common denominator. So what is 3 minus 5? That's negative 2 over 2x, and then 3 minus 11 is negative 8. So do we have to reduce our fraction? Well, in this case, yes, our fraction reduces. If this was, let's say, 5 or 7 or 21, they wouldn't reduce, but 2 over 2 does reduce to negative 1, and that's our final answer.